Hello and welcome to week 4. This week we're going to look at subqueries and the set operator. My name is Mildred. A subquery is used to create a nested query, and we call a subquery an inner query. So whenever we have a query that contains a subquery, that query is called an outer query. And whenever we write a subquery, we enclose it in parentheses. Let's say that we want to create a system that categorizes our customers into different groups based on the amount of single transactions that they have performed. If the transaction amount exceeds maybe $10,000, we want to return the customer's name, the phone number, the contact number of that customer. We are going to use the classic models database, and we are going to be working with the customers table, and we also want to use a payments table to see what this customer have made. So when we want to look, let's say select or from customers, we are going to see that we have the customer number, the customer name, we have the contact last name, contact first name. What we want from this customers table is the customer number, the customer name, and maybe the phone number. Then we want to also do this for the payments table. For the payments table, we want to return just the customer number, and we want to check the amount where a single transaction is greater than 10,000. So we want to use the customer as the outer query and the payment as the inner query. So write it like this: select. So we want customer number, we want customer name, we want the phone number, and we want to select this from the customers table. Now where customer number, so this is how we do it now. We use the in statement to say we want to get the customer number, customer name, phone number from the customers table, where we can find the customer number in the payments table, and in that payments table where the amount is greater than 10,000. So our inner query now will be in a pair of parentheses after the in statement, and we'll write the select query here. Select, let's go to a new line. So we want to select customer number from the payments table where the amount is greater than 10,000. That's what we want to achieve. So let's go over this again. We are trying to get a customer number, the customer name, and the phone number for customers that have had a single transaction that is greater than 10,000. And the customer number, the customer name, and the phone number of the customers exist in the customers table. Now, the customers table has the customer number, which is a common predicate between the customers table and the payments table. We want to check the payments table for that customer where the amount is greater than 10,000. And then we want to select the customer number, name, and phone number from the customer where we have all of the payments that are greater than 10,000. So what this does is, first of all, it runs the inner query. It selects all the customer numbers from the payments table where the amount of money paid is greater than 10,000, and then it leaves that result here, all the rows of information, and then it will now use that result and go and select from the customer table the customer number, customer name, and phone for everyone that the query returned in the inner query. And when we run this, we will see the customer number, customer name, and phone displayed here for those customers, and we have 489 and not the total customers returned. So if we want to reverse this and write it another way, we can say we select customer number, customer name, phone from customers where the customer number not in, select customer number from payment where payment amount is less than. So bring everything apart from the results of this query. So you can reverse it and use not in, and then we change this to less than. So what we are trying to say here, look for everybody there whose payment is less than 10,000, and when you want to select from the customers table, make sure that the customers that are selected are not in the list in the inner query. All right, and so we have that here, and we still have the same number of rows returned. All right, so if we want to have where payment amount is greater than, let's say in here, we'll not use not in, and we use in here, and we want payment amount to be greater than 100,000, and we'll check this to see if we have any. We only have customers who made that large transaction. So when you run this query in your back end and then the front end receives this information, you can now use this to just get a table or a list of customers, especially when you want to automatically categorize customers. Maybe you want to have premium customers, or you want to rank your customers for different kind of promotions. This is one of the use of this. We also have something we call correlated subquery, which is an inner query that references a column from the outer query, and it is evaluated once for each row processed by the outer query. We use this correlated subquery for comparing values within the same table or related correlated tables on a row by row basis. So let's say let's use the products table for instance. We want to calculate the average buy price for each product line and then filter the outer query based on this average. So let's do something like that. Let's say we want to select, let's look at the products table again, select all from products. So on the products table here, we can see the column names. We have products name and we want to look at the buy price. So we want to work on those two columns. So let's write our query. Select product name. I'm miswritten products. Let's see the spelling. Product name. So we'll select product name, buy price from products. So let's say we select this from products. Let's name this P1 where the buy price. So we say what we want to do is we want to calculate the average buy price for each product line and then we'll filter the outer query based on that average. So we'll say select product name, buy price from products P1 where the buy price is greater than the inner query now. So the inner query will be select average. So we want to select the average. So we're using an aggregate function now. So select average buy price from products where product line is equal to, now we use products P1. So we want to use product line is equal to P1 dot product line. So what we did here now is to calculate the average buy price for each product, for each of the product line, and then we now filter the outer query based on this average. Alright, so we select the product name and the buy price from the products table. We alias it P1 where the buy price is greater than. In the inner query, we select the average buy price from the product where the product line is P1, products P1, okay, where the product line is P1. So alright, so the product line is P1 dot product line. So we use this the same thing as same products or product line. So when we do this and we run, we have done a correlated subquery because we use it to compare values within the same table on a row by row basis, and the tables are actually related. The product and the product line tables are two related tables, and that's what we did. So if we don't want to use products P1 and alias, we can just use here products dot product line and we'll get the same result back. So this is where we end this lesson. In the next lesson, we are going to look at set operations. Thank you and see you in the next lesson.